Baruch Hashem, Daled Mar Cheshvan, Tavshem Pei Dalet. Today is the 66th day, Yom Samach Vov, in the limud of the Hemshech Yomi, in the Hemshech Gadol of Tafresh Samach Vov. So, the Maimer Yehuda here we're discussing, Yehuda Yiducha Achecha, there's a Seres Mamaila. The Seres Mamaila, there's also a level of Avodah, which is considered not an Avodah. There's also the level of Aaron being Mamshech Avarabba, which is an Avodah. So they both come from Atzmos. So why is one an Avodah and one just a Seirus? So we started explaining by Nichos that difference between the Ur Mamala and the Ur HaSeviv. The Ur HaSeviv is not that it's Seviv Amak from Maila, it's just that it's not, doesn't come down, it's not Meir Begilui. But then we started saying yesterday how the Ur HaSeviv also comes Begilui, it's also Meir Lamato, Lamashal through mitzvahs. However, there's certain mitzvahs like mitzvahs Tefillin where it's still Boifin Makif, so you're talking Margishit, but you're Margishit Boifin Makif. Then there's other times where the mitzvah is Meir even B'pnimis, like Shabbos, where it's Meir actually B'pnimis. But then there's Torah, where it's also Meir B'pnimis. And then here we're going to discuss the difference between these two levels of Meir B'pnimis, of Shabbos and Tefillin, which we started in discussing yesterday, but we'll do it now B'fnim, towards the end of Kof Lamed. V'hinei ba'agilu Makif, B'fchinas P'nimi, yesh loymar, sheyesh b'zeh hafresh, Meir B'fchinas P'nimi, mamash eloi. There's a difference if it's actually b'fchinas pnimi or not. It does light b'fchinas pnimi, like we just said. It's not that it becomes pnimi. It's felt b'pnimius. Avalu b'fchinas makif. Herter makif. You feel, you hear, you realize that it's makif. Loisha makif nasa pnimi mamash. V'lachena avoida b'Shabbos b'fchinas avarab b'fchinas makif. Since the Gilu you still felt makif. You feel it that way, so that causes the avodah to be that way. Because at the end of the day, the earth is still makif. It doesn't convert, it doesn't change, it doesn't become a pnimi. Omnam b'Torah, ha'or makif nasa pnimi mamash. This makif becomes pnimi mamash. Loirak shemakish is pnimi, not just that you makif, not just that you feel makif. Elo shamak nasa pnimi. The Yeshlemer the Zohar ben Moshe Aaron. This is the difference between Moshe and Aaron. Moshe Shoshvin the Malka, the Shoshvin, the Unterfear of the king. Unterfear of the king is the avodah that you make in Mamash Pnimis. You bring Malchus down Elamata. The Aaron Shoshvin the Matunitz of the queen. The idea of avodah samata, with avodah samata milmat lamaila, you do not come to a level of reaching the makif itself. Moshe draw down the Ur and the revelation of the Ur and the Neshamas v'nikarayim hemnek hayadua, and he was called the faithful shepherd. Aaron also draw it down. What's the difference there? Why is one malka, one matunisa? He draw it down begilui. Al derech which they wish to draw down Begilu the way it was. Shemam Shechir said Begilu Mamush. But Aaron Shoshvin the Matunis, so Shemam Shechir came Begilu Aaron said he also draw down Begilu Aaron said Avaloy Shemer Begilu Mamush. It's not drawn down fully. It's not fully revealed. Hainu Liyas Bechinas Erpnimi. Kiim Hagilu does not become Erpnimi. Just a revelation. She Yurgish when Shem Sav Bechinas Tunis. The Yidden could feel it in a Pnimis like Oifen. Aval Magishim Oisai Bechinas Ermakif. It's felt as a Ermakif, not the way it is in B'pnimius. The Zel Shnikra Shoshvin the Matronisa. This is what it's called, the Shoshvin, the Unterfear of the queen. He only draws down that it should be felt. Both these levels in Gilu Hamakat B'chinas Pnimi, something which we said earlier is not possible, but we discussed yesterday how in this case it is possible. Since we started with Avodah, we cleansed ourselves, we prepared ourselves for Shabbos, and in Torah, and now we're ready to be Makabel this Ur Pnimi. Palpikol Anal Yuva and Hafresh B'chinas is Urus Anal. We can understand the difference between this Hisayrus of an Hamshach of the Aaron Kohen Rabba and Hamshach of Aaron Kohen Gadol. That one of them is not an Avodah, and the other one is. Hagam Sheshneim Hamshachim B'chinas Atzmos Aaron Soif. Even though they're both drawn from the Atzmos, the level of Atzmos, Mikamakit. The level of revelation, since it's only coming from God, from Lamaila, because it's now an appropriate time, like the morning, it gets drawn down only in a surrounding way. Again, not surrounding, only in an external, non-pneumistic giloy. It can only awaken you. It's only an awakening. It's only an opportunity, but it's not an avodah. Aaron's avodah comes after cleansing. Even though it comes from the same level of Atzos and Soif. This is self-sent avodah. So it's now it's a higher avodah than regular Torah mitzvahs, perhaps. Because this is the kind of level. Well, maybe this is the avodah Torah mitzvahs, but it's a higher avodah than just a regular avodah habitol of bittul hakelim, hadar hakelim that is standard. Just like it's coming from the level of Makif. Umimoitza davar nishma, from the conclusion of this idea we hear the b'chinas avar abed aret, the level of avar abed that comes from aret. Hagam shiba milmaila comes from milmaila. Ve'ein zemekach atzmei, does not come on your own. Kima shenoisim lo milmaila, it's only that they give milmaila an opportunity to slide nafshim aleh, that your soul should be excited and flame and drawn to the Eibusher on its own. In order to achieve this avarabba, you first have to achieve the idea of zikuch. What's the idea of zikuch? Having an avodah b'meichalev, your mind and heart, toiling and working hard. And once you achieve this once you achieve this idea, you can have milamayla, the ava now. You can achieve this level of love. All revelations, all godly revelations that come higher than Seder Shtashlos. So they come from a higher level of Seder Kav or Atzilus or whatnot. But then they're drawn down only on their own through the Eibusher. Not through our avodah. They're only drawn down. They're only drawn down when you complete the levels of Asur Zoltata. So the only time the Eibusher will gift us these levels of Asur Zoltata, these high levels of Eris, it's only when you complete your avodah v'yigia. Like when you give someone a present, you don't earn it. That's the idea of a present. You didn't earn it. If you do not do for yourself something good, something exciting, you would never give it to him. What you give him is a present. When you appease him, when you do something nice to him. So you get something, you get a present, but you have to first finish your avodah. We do Sfer so Aimer on the 50th day is Chag HaShavuos. It says about it, Tismeru Chamishim Yoim. We do not count Rak Mem Tes Yomim. We only count 49 days. This day you can achieve through your own avodah a drawing down of L'Milamayla that's only in the 49 Sharim. You cannot achieve this through your avodah, right? The 50th avodah is too high. The 50th Shar is higher. And on Shavuos it shines mitzad the Eibusher's help on its own. Still, we have an avodah to count 50 days. Even though this 50th shar, this 50th level comes on its own, again. It's only drawn down, specifically drawn down, when you have a completion in the level, which through your avodah, helping milamata, helping from below, you can achieve drawing down milamayla, helping from above. So too, drawing down this love, which you get from Aaron Kainer Rabba, which is a love which is higher than Tavadas, Sharsham can discern and its source comes from the levels of the Eibishter, which is higher than Ishtalshlos. If you do Adasus L'Tata, work that Avodas Hamata, help that we could do from below Magirak Seder Ishtalshlos could only reach levels of Seder Ishtalshlos. So how can we reach this Avarabba, which is higher than Ishtalshlos? Das Cholas Ishtalshlos Me'achachma. Beginning with Ishtalshlos is Chachma. Me'achachma L'mato Masha Shaykh L'ilmas. Only from the level of Chachma and below. That is what's Shaykh for the world, and that is what you can tap into through your own Avodah. L'yosem Mivchinas Eiris Hamislach Mikelim, because these are Eiris which can actually enclose in vessels, and therefore that's what Seder Ishtalshlos is Shaykh to. That's what Olam is Shaykh to. We cannot tap into Eiris which are beyond Kelim, which are in Kelim. So in these levels of Ishtalshlos which we are related to, Shaykh is Sultata. It's Shaykh work of our help of our own, help from below. Shanivroim, the creations, Vavidasam Vigiyasam, through our work and toil, Mamshichim Chinazu, we can draw down any of these levels that are Shaykh to us. But the godly level, the godly light which is higher than Seder Ishtalshlos, is higher than Chachma, She'enei Berech and Ephraim Klal, which is not equal to the level of the creations at all. The level of creations are not Teifes Makim there. They're not how do you say it? They're not. They don't take any place at all, right? They don't grasp any plot, any. It's like, who cares about them? Right? They're higher. You're not at any level where you can draw down through your avodah. It's beyond your shaykhs. You're doing an avodah and a shaykh of eretz and kelim. You're trying to draw something way higher than that. Your avodah and does not touch there. Does not reach there. But what does happen? But you do allow that it's reassessed later, and we're going to explain in a minute. So too in the person's soul. Let's scroll a little bit. Your mind is in your own property. Right? You can contemplate with your mind how much you want. Which God would say for Shalbenim. Even though Seichel and below is enclosed in the Nefesh Habahamis, in the animal soul. Not in that, the bodily soul. The Nefesh Habahamis called Gamkim Seichel and Midas. The Nefesh Habahamis also has Seichel and Midas. The animal soul also has Seichel and Midas. That the Nefesh Kiss encloses itself in. Seichel Midas the Nefesh Kiss. Mulabashim Seichel Midas the Nefesh Habahamis. You need to work very hard. Besides for the fact they have to toil very hard to generally reveal seichel. You could on your own, your intellect won't flow. Only when you toil. You need more yigiyah, you need more work, more toil. Because of the fact that it's enclosed in Nefesh Habahamis. You have to remove the kaiches of the Nefesh Elokis. There should be more revealed in Nefesh Habahamis. Find out Hagbara, the strength, b'chlalus, to take it out of captivity. Since the Nefesh Elokis and its kaiches and its are to be more revealed. You should be able to contemplate on real elikus, to really contemplate and grasp elikus, godliness. And for sure you need to do this for a year to awaken you now from the year, because as long as your mayach and your nefesh and your seichel are enclosed in Nefesh Habahamis, they're in jail, they're in captivity, there's not much you can do. For all this you need very much work and a lot of toil. Since this is from the strength, the kaiches of the nefesh which are enclosed, you could through your toiling to strengthen them, to take it out from concealment to revelation. So this is what we're talking about moichin, right? Because we said there are certain levels that you're shaykh to mitzad eretz v'kelim mitzad tzedei ishtalshlos. So too in the nefesh adam, right? So these levels of seichel and midas, it's hard, but you can do it. It's b'reshusah. Avol rotin shem nefesh shuv v'chines makif imeyois she'enim islam shnefesh habahamis. Even though it does not enclose the nefesh habahamis, it's not enclosed the nefesh habahamis. She'en davar matzeh rotin, nothing ever blocks rotin. Mishum zeh kashem izgal rotin. Once the rotin is revealed, I have a take of gadol. It's very very strong. She'en davar even dek the rotin. Nothing could block will. Since it's not enclosed in you, you cannot awaken it through your toil. Having avodah b'chinas ratzon, this awakening is only milamayla, and then once it comes, you have the avodah, which means you could get it, but you cannot awaken it on your own. It's not b'rishusay. So there's certain things that you're shaykh to. When you're shaykh to, it's a lot of work, but you can do it. Some things are not shaykh, that they're out of you. Only a Eretz Mamala can awaken it, and then you can take it and run with it. As he says, when will this awakening happen? When you have a shleimus, ha'avodah shemibchinas chachma ulamata. Kol ma sheyesh bekoyach ben anefesh. Anything you can do on your own, as hamimela, yor v'skal eretz and elin baruch hu, you will reveal and shine the godly will, berotin anefesh b'chinas giloy, in the will in your soul, revelation revealed, liyas b'chinas avarava, now to achieve this level of avarava. So we have here something very interesting. There's giloyim of seder shtashlos, which you're shaykh to, and you have to do avodah in. There's giloyim shalman of seder shtashlos, which can only come through asus l'eila. When will this asus l'eila shine? When you complete your asus l'tata. So that's why there's an avodah involved here. So when you will achieve everything you could do, which, like we said over here, is the moichin and the midas that's in your nefesh l'kis, which are in captivity in the nefesh b'amis. You be gir rabba, clean it out. The rotzin then will awaken b'derech melo. V'zel she'amar Razal, piskuli pesach kechudah shel machat. Open me an opening like the tip of a needle. I will open you kepischei shel ulam. I will open you like the opening of the ulam in the Beis Hamikdash. Then kol ha'sh'arim shel Mikdash, all pathways, all doorways in the Beis Hamikdash, ha'olam glosses had doors. Chutz mishel ulam, besides for the ulam. Kinei ha'sh'arim, what are these gateways? Himsharei hashpa. They're the gateways of hashpa, of drawing down the hamshich chayis to mazal oil, to bring life and food to the world. V'olam glosses, they had doors, liftarech v'liskut, to open and close. V'aynu she'rasul tata, only through your avodah. Then nimshach asus leila, it's open and closed. You do your avodah, the doors will open. Afal pesach ulam lahelei glosses. Ulam did not have doors. This is the level of asus leila which you can't even achieve on your own. You're not shaykh to. And if you do the pischei shel machat, it's going to be wide open. In our avodah, the idea is, the concept is, kol ha'sha'arim, all the gates, and benefesh ha'koiches mechachma lamata. They're the koiches we have from chachma milo, what we relate to, what we can achieve, what we can work on. Which comes to say for Yitzira, u'sh'arim benefesh, gates in the soul, him re'iyah, seeing, shmiya, hearing, re'ach, smelling, deeper speech. Re'iyah, shmiya, him chachma bina, chesed gvura, seeing and hearing, like we said earlier in the Maimer, like we said about Reuven and Shimon also, their level of chachma bina or chesed gvura. Over there, Chal and Sha'arim, the gates, Eser spheres benefesh, they correspond to the 10 spheres they have in the soul. When you do avodah in it, you reach the Eser spheres l'mayla. Kayadua, as we know, the avodah shall be tam v'das. The avodah we can do according to our understanding, that's avodah in seder shtashos. That's avodah in things which could come down in the world. The sham shaykhin in the idea of a sigah, the idea of asaga. Here we have the idea of understanding, the idea of knowing, the idea of intellect. When we, through our help, milamata, when we start it up, what we can do in tam v'das, we get help from above. Higher than the revelations of Seder Shtashlos. The idea, so that is all, that's a Shalamata, which you can reach, that's a Shalamayla. So they kind of correspond. So the Chachma Malamata, which you do have control over Chachma to an extent, you can reach Chachma Lamayla. The idea of this door of the Ulam, the opening of the Ulam, which doesn't even have doors, this is a level of help from above. The help from below cannot even reach there. It's not even dependent on Asus Latata. This is the level of Avarabba. The core of the soul, the will in the soul. So Asus Latata can't even get there. But which means it's not a cause and effect that it reveals because you did any specific avodah, You have to do something. What you could do on your own, will open. In the Torah, when he explains the idea of Tze'ena or Re'ena, Hamaskil, Babir, the Tze'ena Hamaskil, which begins Lav and Atam, Mavur, the Inin Vani Eftach Lach, Hariz Lamayla B'chinas Avarab. He says over there that this is even higher than Avarab. The Avarab is Amchinas Asos La'ela, Anim Shechal Der Sos Tatis. This Avarab at the end of the day is connected to Asos La'ela, which you have a prerequisite to it. Some Asos La'tata. Vainu Kibchinas Avarab. Hagam Shezom B'chinas Eretz Shalom Seder Shtashos. Even though it's a light, which is higher than Seder Shtashos, become when it's a Masha Shaykh Seder Shtashos. It's set aside in Shaykh Seder Shtashos to light when you do your Avodah. It's a level of Makif Techaya. It has some grasping on the Keiches. When you talk about Shtashlos, is this level of Arich. Through your Avodah and Chachman below, the help you get Milamala through this, so you get this revelation of Avarabba because it's Shaychtet. You draw down two things. Side the Pnimi, which is like I said, the Chachma Lamata, the Chachma Lamayla, and also the Makif, the Avarabba, which is Shaykh, the Pnimi, the Makif, the Chaya. Like we say, Isha Mazast Chila Yereda Zachar. When a woman seeds first, you give birth to a male. What's Pshat? Isha goes on Knesset Yisrael. The Kasher Mazast Chila seeding first, Bavodah Shabbat starts with its Avodah. You let the Zachar, it draws down this level of Zachar, B'chinas Tchara, B'chinas Avarabba, this level of Avarabba. So this is all Shaykh to your Avodah. So he says, look at the Torah over there, Inen Vani Eftach Lach, Hu B'chinas Asud Le'ela Shalom Ma'alim Asud L'Tata. This is the level, Inen Kedushas V'Shalom T'Shaschem, the holiness of the Eibusher, which is way higher, way beyond anything you cannot achieve on your own. Kishlemer, the Ayin B'chinas Av Tanugim, the Ava with pleasure, Shalom Ma'alim Avarabba K'yadua. The Gam B'chinas Zu Hemshech, even this level gets drawn down, Dafka, specifically, Kasher Yeshlemus, B'Amadreges, Shebicholtoi, Lagia, Mitzad Atzmoi. This is the level, when you reach the levels that you can reach on your own. Yeshlemar, V'ani Eftach Lo K'pitcha Shel Ulam K'lo Beis B'chinas Avanal. So the Rebbe Rashab kind of is metavech, combines these two perushim. The first parish that is Avarabba, which is Makif Techaya Shaykh Le'ilmus, and then the Makif of Av Tanugim, which is higher than Avarabba, says it's K'lo Beis B'chinas Avanal. The Pischa Shel Ulam Yarboim Amma, it was 40 Ammas, Van Beis Palmim Chaf, 2 times 20. Chaf we know goes on Keser, Shem Beis Madeg is Keser, which one of them is Arich, which we said is Avarabba, and I guess the other one's Atik, Av Tanugim. Kumashkatz Rabir, then Yishenim Kutzur Brek Beis Ba'agah. Misham, from this Keser, is Sharish Beis B'chinas Avanal, which you can achieve through your when you complete your Zikuch, when you complete your Avodah. V'adei Pischili, through opening, you doing your Avodah, Nimshach, Milamayla, Habeis B'chinas Ava. We get these two Ava. So we see over here already somewhat of an answer to we asked in the beginning of the Mimer, how could you have two levels coming from Atzos? One is on Avodah and one not. Because one is just this Erus Lovat, and then there's not, if you it doesn't come through the Avodah V'Yigia before. And then if you grasp it, you Adrabah. But if not, it's not, and the Eibusher decided that it's there. It's not there to stay. But then there's one that includes a Zikuch and a Kedama of your Avodah first, which you could then, only through your Avodah you reach there, and that's like a Matanam L'Mayla, which you get only when you have Shlemus Avodah L'Mata, the idea of Pischili Chodesh L'Machat V'Ni Eftach Lachem. We have to talk a ding on why you say Pischil Shalmachat and L'Chayr, you have to complete your Shlemus Avodah to get there. V'yesh l'ayim b'zeh far afabreingim. A freilich and guten Tag.